The concept of reincarnation, the belief that the solar consciousness is reborn into a new physical form after death, has been a fundamental aspect of human spirituality for thousands of years. This belief has transcended geographical boundaries, influencing the development of numerous civilizations and shaping their understanding of life, death, and the nature of existence. This narrative will delve into the origins and evolution of reincarnation beliefs, exploring their profound impact on ancient civilizations and their enduring legacy in the modern world. The idea of reincarnation can be traced back to prehistoric societies, where evidence suggests that early humans held beliefs in the cyclical nature of life and death. In ancient Eastern civilizations, such as India, China, and Japan, the concept of reincarnation emerged as a central tenet of their spiritual and philosophical traditions. Similarly, ancient Western civilizations, including Greece, Rome, and Celtic societies, also developed their own unique perspectives on reincarnation. In India, the earliest references to reincarnation can be found in the Vedic texts, which date back to around 1500 BCE. These texts describe the concept of the eternal soul, Atman, and its journey through multiple lifetimes. Ancient Chinese philosophers such as Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi also explored the idea of reincarnation, linking it to the cyclical nature of the universe and the balance of yin and yang. In Japan, the influence of Buddhism and Shinto gave rise to a belief in the transmigration of souls and the interconnectedness of all living beings. In the Western world, the concept of reincarnation can be traced back to ancient Greek philosophers such as Pythagoras and Plato. Pythagoras, who lived in the 6th century BCE, believed in the transmigration of souls and the idea that the soul is eternal and goes through a series of rebirths. Plato, in his dialogue Phaedo, described the soul as immortal and subject to a cycle of reincarnation based on the actions and choices made in previous lives. In Eastern philosophies and religions, the concept of reincarnation is deeply intertwined with the ideas of karma, dharma, and the ultimate goal of liberation from the cycle of birth and death. In Hinduism, reincarnation is a central belief, with the soul, Atman, understood to be eternal and subject to a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara. This cycle is governed by the law of karma, which holds that an individual's actions in their current life determine their fate in future lives. The ultimate goal of Hinduism is to break free from the cycle of samsara and achieve moksha, or liberation, through spiritual enlightenment and the realization of the true nature of the self. Buddhism, which originated in India and spread throughout Asia, also incorporates the concept of reincarnation. The Buddha taught that all living beings are subject to a cycle of rebirth, driven by the forces of desire, attachment, and ignorance. The path to liberation, or nirvana, involves the cultivation of wisdom, compassion, and detachment, ultimately leading to the cessation of suffering and the end of the cycle of reincarnation. Jainism, another ancient Indian religion, shares similar beliefs with Hinduism and Buddhism regarding reincarnation. Jains believe that the soul is eternal and goes through countless cycles of birth and death, accumulating karma along the way. The goal of Jainism is to purify the soul and achieve liberation, moksha, through strict adherence to the principles of nonviolence, truthfulness, and non-attachment. In Sikhism, a monotheistic religion founded in the Punjab region of India, the concept of reincarnation is also present. Sikhs believe that the soul goes through multiple births and deaths until it attains union with God, mukti. This liberation is achieved through devotion to the divine, selfless service, and the guidance of the guru. While reincarnation is often associated with Eastern spirituality, the concept has also had a significant presence in Western philosophies and religions. In ancient Greece, the idea of reincarnation was explored by several prominent philosophers. Pythagoras, who is believed to have traveled to India and studied with yogis and mystics, introduced the concept of metempsychosis, or the transmigration of souls, to the Western world. He believed that the soul was immortal and went through a series of rebirths, with the ultimate goal of achieving purification and unity with the divine. Plato, one of the most influential philosophers in Western history, also incorporated the concept of reincarnation into his writings. In his dialogues, such as Phaedo and the Republic, Plato described the soul as eternal and subject to a cycle of rebirth based on the actions and choices made in previous lives. He believed that the ultimate goal of the soul was to attain knowledge of the eternal forms and escape the cycle of reincarnation. The Neoplatonist philosopher Plotinus, who lived in the 3rd century CE, further developed Plato's ideas on reincarnation. He believed that the soul descended from the divine realm into the material world, going through a series of incarnations in order to purify itself and ultimately return to its divine source. In ancient Celtic and Norse mythologies, the concept of reincarnation was also present. The Celtic belief in the otherworld and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth was reflected in their legends and folklore. In Norse mythology, the idea of rebirth was associated with the god Odin and the Valkyries, who were believed to guide the souls of fallen warriors to the afterlife. In the modern era, the concept of reincarnation has experienced a resurgence in Western esoteric traditions, such as theosophy, anthroposophy, and various New Age movements. These traditions often blend Eastern and Western spiritual concepts, incorporating the idea of reincarnation as a means of spiritual evolution and the attainment of higher consciousness. The belief in reincarnation has had a profound impact on the social structures, moral codes, and cultural traditions of ancient civilizations. In ancient India, the concept of reincarnation was closely tied to the development of the caste system. According to Hindu beliefs, an individual's caste was determined by their karma and the actions of their previous lives. This belief system reinforced social hierarchies and shaped the moral codes of ancient Indian society, with the concept of dharma, duty, and the pursuit of spiritual liberation guiding individual and collective behavior. In ancient Egypt, the belief in reincarnation played a significant role in funerary practices and the concept of the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that the soul, or K, would journey through the underworld after death, facing various trials and challenges before being reborn into a new life. This belief system influenced the construction of elaborate tombs, such as the pyramids, and the development of mummification practices to preserve the body for the afterlife. In ancient China and Japan, the belief in reincarnation had a profound impact on art, literature, and cultural traditions. The concept of the wheel of life and the cyclical nature of existence inspired countless works of art, such as the mandala in Buddhist iconography. In Japanese literature, the idea of reincarnation and the interconnectedness of all living beings is reflected in works such as The Tale of Genji and the haiku poetry of Matsuo Basho. In the modern era, the concept of reincarnation continues to captivate the human imagination and inspire new avenues of scientific and spiritual exploration. The scientific investigation of reincarnation claims has been pioneered by researchers such as Ian Stevenson, who conducted extensive studies on children who claim to remember past lives. Stevenson's work, along with that of other researchers, has provided intriguing evidence for the possibility of reincarnation, although the topic remains controversial within the scientific community. In the field of psychology, the concept of reincarnation has been incorporated into various therapeutic approaches, such as past life regression and transpersonal psychology. These approaches aim to explore the deeper layers of the human psyche and address psychological issues that may have their roots in past life experiences. The influence of reincarnation beliefs on contemporary spirituality, literature, and popular culture is also significant. Many modern spiritual movements, such as the New Age movement, have embraced the concept of reincarnation as a means of personal growth and spiritual evolution. In literature and film, The theme of reincarnation has been explored in works such as Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell and the movie What Dreams May Come starring Robin Williams. The concept of reincarnation has been a central pillar of human spirituality and philosophy for millennia, shaping the beliefs, values, and cultural traditions of civilizations across the globe. From the ancient wisdom of the Vedas to the modern investigations of science and psychology, the idea of the soul's journey through multiple lifetimes has captured the human imagination and inspired countless generations. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the ancient wisdom of reincarnation continues to offer a profound perspective on the nature of existence and the interconnectedness of all living beings. By exploring the rich history and cultural context of reincarnation beliefs, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human experience and the eternal quest for meaning, purpose, and spiritual growth. The enduring legacy of reincarnation serves as a testament to the power of human spirituality and the capacity for belief systems to transcend time, space, and cultural boundaries. As we continue to grapple with the great mysteries of life and death, the concept of reincarnation remains a source of comfort, inspiration, and profound insight into the nature of our existence.